So I wanted to talk today about discomfort. And, I'm assuming your life looks a lot like mine in this new world that we are in, and that there is a lot of discomfort. That's where I'm assuming we have some similarities, that we exist in a world that offers a lot of discomfort. And we have always had a world that offers a lot of discomfort from the beginning of our human journey on this planet. It's been a place of discomfort. And especially now, we are really amping up that discomfort in the face of this pandemic, and all of us trying to create our realities within that and trying to create comfort within this new discomfort. There's just so many unknowns. And there's so many things that were once comforting that are now potential threats that kind of register as harm. And that's where for me, that's where it picks up a lot of interest, because I think about what happens in our brain um, as we make this transition. So, an example, excuse me, an example is I saw the other day, I was part of this meeting, and they were showing a picture of people shaking hands. And for me, what used to resemble connection, that idea of like we're touching, we're connecting, registered for me as contagion. It registered for me as just immediately, it was like, ooh, that's a threat, that's danger. And we are hardwired for connection. It's a very primitive need, this wiring of our brain for connection. And right now, that is a threat. That is a potential danger. And I think that that is causing a lot of discomfort and a lot of harm for a lot of people. We have these brains, and specifically we have an amygdala. We have part of our brain that is very its very job is to be looking for threats 24/7. Its job is to help us stay alive and to be scanning our world for threats. And as our stress levels rise, what it sees as threats, and as trauma rise, what it sees as threats, we see more, our brain triggers more and more and more stress responses and more threat responses. And and we fill then our body with these, these stress hormones. And in a trained brain, what we can do is, the amygdala registers the threat. So I think about, for example, somebody standing too close to me, which for me and all of us these days, that's 6 feet. That's 6 feet. That's new for my information, for my brain to process. And so when a person comes in closer to 6 feet, I'm no longer thinking or talking. I'm automatically registering in this protection mode. My amygdala goes off, and and I get a discomfort in my emotion or in my body. So it's signaled there. My body's letting me know this something's going on that doesn't feel safe for me. And in an untrained brain, or a day where I'm not on it, what happens is our brains go into our mechanisms of fight, flight, or freeze when those are triggered. So, we numb out, we disengage, we hide, we fight, I call it buffering, where we do the thing, we overdrink, we overeat, we do the things that try to buffer us so we're not feeling as much. And that is a way to try to feel comfortable in our discomfort. And so in our mindful brain, what we try to do is hold on to that discomfort, feel that in our brain, feel that in our body, and hold it, lean into it, get curious about it, move it into our frontal lobe, and specifically our prefrontal cortex, so we can start to get curious about it. Because when we sit in that place of discomfort long enough, we find wisdom, we find understanding, we find compassion and empathy, and all of those, and those are for us and for the world as well. And so when we get curious, we can start asking questions like, what is this discomfort? Can I name it? Can I describe it? Where do I feel it in my body? Um, and if we did go into the world of numbing, of buffering, of acting out or doing those things, we can go back to that moment just before we did the behavior, we did the buffering or whatever it was, and say, what was I feeling just before that? What was my thought just before that? And try to grasp that, because each day, most of us are faced with new information, new experiences that are really triggering our own discomfort. And the practice that I want to bring today is just that awareness of when we're in discomfort, can we sit in that instead of running from it or going down into lower brain? So let's go ahead and do that. Close your eyes or take a soft gaze. And just allow your body and your mind to come into this moment. You might actually invite your mind and your body to join you in this practice. Acknowledging the discomfort in sitting still, in pausing, in being vulnerable. Just acknowledging that and inviting your mind and your body to the table. And really right away being able to see if you can observe your mind and your body as you invite them in, as you invite them to be here, be present with you. Just observe that discomfort without needing to fix it or change it. And now, just gently and softly bring your awareness to your breath. This sense of home, this place of presence. Our breath can only be here and now. And then again, just gently bringing your awareness and attention, starting with the crown of your head, and then slowly guiding yourself down your body through the tips of your toes. And just noticing your body. What experience is your body having right now? What are the sensations? Noticing where there's comfort, noticing where there's discomfort. As you discover spots of pain or places of discomfort, see if you can go deeper there, focusing on the quality of the experience. Our minds are story-making machines, and so we want to go into narrative, into the past, what happened, why does it hurt, what does it mean because it hurts, what's wrong with me, into the future. And instead, see if you can direct your mind into just the quality of the discomfort. So is it constant? Is it intermittent? Is it hot? Is it cold? Is it itchy? Is it searing? Is it dull? Does it ache? Just noticing the details and the quality of it without any narrative. And then again, bring your attention just gently and gingerly back to your breath. We'll stay here for about 60 seconds, just quietly, bringing your breath back, bringing your attention back to your breath as you need, following the breath in and out. Observe the discomfort of your mind in this stillness and how busy it gets. And just with love and compassion, observe it. It's just doing what it's made to do. And then direct it back to your breath. As you go about your day and your week, see if you can continue to bring awareness to the discomfort as it arises. Emotional discomfort, physical discomfort, and see if you can sit in it just a moment longer, holding it and sending it up towards that prefrontal cortex. Exploring the patterns, the qualities, the wisdom in those moments. Bring your attention back to your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Opening your eyes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining today.